Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of this series, or kind of walkthrough, I guess you can call it. It's going to be kind of scuffed, I guess you could say. But basically, it's just me on a new account, starting off with no help from other people. And at first, I didn't really know what to do or where to start, but what I basically figured would be a good idea is to go into the Ratboys Nightmare sooner rather than later. And so I make my way up that mountain, which is very hard to climb up, by the way, and I get myself the mansion key. And now I can go further into the nightmare if I wanted to. So that's always a plus. Basically, there are going to be a lot of fade outs and fade ins also, but that's because there were a lot of times where I was walking for 10-20 minutes at a time before anything really happened. So obviously, I don't want to just have that sped up, or in the video, the video would be crazy too long if I did that. But I find one of these spikers, and I figure I'll just safely kill him like this, which would take forever. And maybe I would get lucky with mandrake seeds and not have to do it later on. Um, as you can see, that plan didn't work out too well. So now we're on round 2 of Ratboys Nightmare. Hopefully it's better than the first time. And right off the bat, I figure I'm just going to collect a lot of Ratboy tokens and do that for the early money, because obviously my main goal right now is to get 50,000 gold so I can buy the jump boots, or jump shoes, not really sure what they're called. That's pretty much everybody's first goal, and if it's not, it should be when they get on the game, is to get the jump shoes. So basically just finding tokens, selling them, finding anything in the Ratboys Nightmare and selling it, because there's a lot of collectibles that randomly spawn that sell for a couple thousand gold here and there. And basically anytime you're going to walk by this guy, you should talk to him and see what he's selling, because eventually you will need to plant one of each anyways for the Nature's Wrath spellbook. And you pretty much make profit on everything except gift trees. They yield anywhere between 2 and 5, and if you only get 2, you lose some money unless you risked it and open the presents. But yeah, basically I just go around collecting some coins early on, some random items that spawn too. The early game for this particular game is very boring and long, so I'm trying my best to like speed through it for you guys, because it's kind of like, it's really hard. There's a few things that you can do for money. There's a lot of AFK things now too, which I do show in the video, like the deli for instance. But basically for new players, you just want to get 50,000 gold as soon as possible so you can buy these shoes from this person, because realistically without these shoes, or like spider stilts, the game is so unplayable. Like until like late game you can not really need it anymore, but as early mid game you pretty much need these things. Oh yeah, so I mentioned the deli. Basically I figured I would just do that one time, see if I get the member's key card or the crown or something crazy. But I don't really recommend this method if you were going to play the game. If you couldn't play and you still wanted to like do something, this isn't a bad thing to do, but most of the time you don't make a lot of money. But I would highly recommend, if you're a new player starting off, definitely the easiest way in my opinion to make money is to just go into the Ratboys Nightmare and pick up random items, pick up the coins. I got kind of lucky finding the running man so quickly. He does sell for 22k, but obviously I would want to keep him because that's how I get my was it ancient key, I believe. Checked and seen that the spiker was still there, decided not to go that way, but really just collecting the Ratboy tokens. And I think right here is when I start doing some farming, because I have 92,000 gold. I was gonna server hop and see if I got lucky and found noble seeds for 90k or 92k, but the odds of that happening are pretty rare, I guess, and without having help from others, I'm not going to have them find a server for me and let me know that they're selling, because I feel like that would kind of be cheating. So basically, just buying any seeds, you pretty much make profit, like I said too. So I decided to buy some fantastic sunflower seeds, and basically I just want to buy one of everything so I can have them planted for down the line when I try to get my Nature's Wrath spellbook. And in case nobody knew, you could plant seeds over here also. And a lot of players that played back in the day knew pretty much how you made money early on was to get 5k, go to the town of Right and Wrong, and you would climb up here. Usually you would have like a parasol or something to make it a lot easier, but you climb up here and there's a mushroom that pretty much always spawns on that side. Sometimes there's two, and you could just server hop or keep reloading your private server and it'll always be there, and it sells for 9,500, I believe. And you also can go down here and collect the daylight and moon flowers, or whatever they're called, sun and moon flowers, and I think they sell for 2,000 each. That was basically the way people made money back when they were new. At least that's how I made money back when I was new, until I could farm the coral giant, but that's not a thing that exists anymore. And I guess we'll call them farm runs. I tried my best to do them as much as I could. The giant corn took 30 minutes to grow, I believe, and I think you can buy them in the shop from like 800 to 1,200 or something like that. So basically 4,000 gold for four of them, and you do make a little bit of money. So it's like a little effort for free money. So I figured, why not? And basically there are some actual quests in the game that you can do for rewards, which I don't even know all of them, to be honest. I know there's some at the farm fortress, and doing those quests will actually unlock 4 more places to plant some seeds. So that one's not really, I think you also get a sword maybe from one of them, but basically I do a quest for the, I think it's called pipe rifle, and basically I'll show you where you start it and what you have to do. But basically right now I am collecting the balloon flowers because you need 15 of them for this quest. So basically I ran down from Topple Town next to the big thing going into the sky, the Beanstalk, I guess you can call it. And this is where I usually would find a lot of them spawning. So I think it took me like maybe 10-20 minutes just running around back and forth trying to get them all. Eventually I did. So yeah, basically, in case nobody knew about the quest, obviously I'm going to show how I get to the starting point in a sped up version. That way it doesn't take too crazy of an amount of time. But yeah, you basically just jump down going south from Toppletown, and you follow the river, but I follow it a little too far my first time going here, because I should have been going left right here, which I realized once I see the water stop. But it's Arnold Slime upstairs of this house. You'll talk to him and he'll give you a note, and he'll tell you to go to his buddy that's in Toppletown, which back when I also played, they didn't have a teleport home feature, so having this now makes things a lot easier when you're doing a lot of different things. So pretty much use that anytime you really feel you need to. It's there every 15 minutes, I believe, and yeah, so I would use that anytime you feel like you need to use it. For this instance, it got me to this guy very fast. So there are bad creatures that can spawn around the house. I think they're like bandits or something, and you don't want to die and lose all the balloons that you just collected, because then you'll have to do it all over again, and that's never fun. But basically, doing this quest gives you a gun that is better than the 875,000 spellbook in Toppletown. Obviously, it takes bullets, which is the downside. It takes money, but I feel like it's worth it because you can get this quicker, and use it a lot quicker than saving up for the spellbook. I figured I would do a little fishing, but spoiler alert, I didn't get anything good. I don't really show that part in the video. I just kind of move on very quick. But after this, I do decide to use all of the money I have on bullets because I decide that I'm going to kill the spider boss. And obviously, I won't be able to get that many kills with the amount of bullets I have because it's going to take a while, but I'm just trying to get early game out of the way as fast as possible. But that's pretty much it for this video. The next one should be a little bit better, have better content in it, to be honest. Yeah, early game kind of sucks, but I also, if you guys have any tips or advice on what would make these kind of videos better, let me know. I know, obviously, this one may not seem that appealing because early game is a little like slow and not really appealing, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If not, leave a comment on how I can make it better. And that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. See ya.